I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please make sure you go to the channel, like, subscribe for all the latest videos. Alright, so calling out of work. Everybody's done it before. Everyone's done it for good reasons. Everybody done it for bad reasons. I've called out, had a hangover. Called out just because I didn't want to go to work. I remember I called out one time. I said I dropped a fucking microwave on my mom's foot and had to drive her to the fucking hospital room, which, who the fuck does that? So, called out for women, want to hang out with a girl, called out. I called out in the parking lot from work because I got there and said, I already sent some bullshit. You can smell the bullshit in the air. I was like, fuck this. Yeah, I can't make it today. I'm feeling sick. And sped off, that kind of bullshit. So everybody does it. Everybody goes with, that I'm sick, the pink eye, my kids are sick, I got COVID. So all kinds of bullshit. But let me tell you guys about the one time I called out for a real reason, but the shit sounded so fake. So let me break this down. Let me set the scene for you. So it's probably about 16, 17. And the neighborhood I lived in was maybe 5 minutes away from my job. So I used to walk to work, kid, no car yet, walking to work. So there was two ways to get to my job. You could take the long way, which you had to walk up a hill, and my fat ass ain't walking up no hill every day. Or you could take the short way, which involved cutting around a little bend, which, most of the time is not an issue. So what happened is, I just grabbed the, I'm about to leave for work. I just grabbed the clothes out of the laundry. I had to get my clothes washed for work. I only had like 2 work shirts, so that was it. So I grabbed one of my shirts out the laundry, get dressed. I'm supposed to be to work in about 10 minutes. I always leave late as hell. So I'm going to work. Granted, it just rained the day before, so like I said, there's 2 ways to go. I ain't taking the goddamn hill. So I go to shortcut. So you got to cut around this house, which has a lot of rocks, a lot of gravel, a lot of mud. And not thinking, it just rained the previous day. So I'm thinking everything good. It looks solid. So going around the corner. Next thing I know, I fucking slip, bust my ass. Face covered in mud, clothes covered in mud. I look like I just came out of fucking the trenches in a war. And like I was the Swamp Thing. Like I was looking fucking crazy. I was just happy nobody else seen it. There was like one old lady when I was walking back home that saw it. She's looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? So I get back in the house and I'm like, fuck, I ain't got no more clean work clothes. I'm supposed to be there now. Granted, my job, there was like fucking dictators. Like, you ain't there on time. They calling you 2 minutes later like, hey, where are you? Are you on the way? What's going on? We need to know what's going on. Like, you need to be here. If you're not here, someone needs to replace you. So I pick up the phone to call them. I'm like, hey, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I was on my way to work. I swear I was on my way. I slipped in some mud, and now I ain't got no clean work clothes to come in. I could hear the guy who was the customer service manager at the time telling somebody else saying, oh yeah, he's calling out. He's saying he slipped in some mud. Like, who the fuck slips in mud? Like, yeah, so I guess we're gonna have to find someone for tonight. And I hear them laughing, and I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. I'm telling you a real fucking situation. Like, I just bust my ass in mud. You ain't even gonna ask if I'm straight? So they're like, okay, well, yeah, all right, have a great day. So I didn't think about it till later on. Like, yeah, that is a kind of like unbelievable story. Like, who the fuck was on their way to work and slips in some mud? You teenager, they thinking I'm just a kid who ain't trying to come to work, which really at that point in time, I ain't really give a shit. But moral of the story, make sure your ass buys some extra uniforms. You guys have a great day. Peace.